What's up, guys? It's been a minute since the past year and a half since I've been on here. A lot of life has happened. I've traveled a bit. I've gotten my first job. I'm currently halfway through my senior year, and life is really, really busy at the minute. It'd be really easy to take this whole YouTube thing and just push it to the side and say, like, I don't want to because I'm too busy. But I think that's kind of lame. This might seem kind of random, but don't worry, it'll tie it all in together. I think creativity is actually very similar to trying to build muscle. The more you work at it, the better you'll get, and the more you'll learn. And also similar to muscle, I think consistency is also really important. If you work at it even just like a few times a week, I think that's enough to like make real progress. And obviously, you're gonna need to like take breaks and stuff. You can't just constantly do it. All of this to say, I have not been working out my creative muscle recently, and that's pretty bad, especially for someone who's planning on going into a work field in the future that heavily requires this skill. So, what's holding me back? I think getting burnt out is probably a huge problem for me right now. When I have like a new project that I feel really passionate about, I'll spend hours and hours working on it, and then I end up getting tired of working on it. And then once I come up to the point where I have an obstacle, I kind of just give up. Comparison's another one. Whenever I look at someone else's work and realize it's like a lot better than mine, that's also pretty discouraging. Also, the ideas I've been coming up with kind of suck, and when I try relying on editing to fix the flawed, boring idea, that leads to a whole lot of work for me, which ends up in burning out again. I don't know. There's like something wrong with me that makes me really struggle doing the thing that I also enjoy doing most. So instead of worrying about like, is this a good video? Is it gonna do well on the YouTube algorithm? I'm just gonna try to get out there and work on my creative muscle. So that's why starting now, I'm gonna try and post once a month, which probably for you guys doesn't sound that crazy, but I don't know. For me, it feels pretty difficult. Along this journey, it's not gonna be easy, but we've got this, dude. And hold on. To the other person on the screen, I'd encourage you to work out your creative muscle too, in whatever way that looks like. And that looks different for each person, whether it's maybe drawing or playing an instrument or making cool food. However uncreative you think you are, it's a muscle. And if you start somewhere, you might be surprised where you'll end up. Anyways, that's it for me today, and I guess I'll see you guys in a week.